All right, Colorado, we are back. And it's time for us to continue our GM mode commentary with your Colorado Avalanche. Up here in the offseason of year number 3 at free agency, I'd like to get a lot done in this video, making an acquisition or two to take our team one step further. And also, I'd like to get a good chunk of Season 4 simulation done in this video. So, boys, free agency pool. There's a lot of good ones out there, a lot of quality, but we are a team right now that's trying to figure out the core of the future. We have so many damn forwards. We have young defensemen that we have to give ice time to grow. So I'm not exactly, and we've lost back-to-back years in the first round, so we're not exactly in the stage yet where we're trying to add that final piece to become a true Stanley Cup contender. So a guy like Max Pacioretty, left wing sniper, he's only 30 years of age, so you got him for like 4 years at 90 overall or better, maybe 3 years, but still 4 years of a good player. 91 overall, he wants 6 years left, $8 million. Now, I've been reading some comments, people are saying to trade away Rantanen, pick up Max Pacioretty. I'm not doing anything crazy like that. Pacioretty is a stud, no doubt, but we got to play Nolan Patrick, we got to play Jonathan Drouin, Mikko Rantanen, JT Compher, Maxime Comtois. There's too many forwards that we have to give ice time to. So these players just not going to work out. Same thing with goaltenders. You know what? I'll before we actually take a look at the free agency list, let me just show you guys what we have, and I'll actually do it from the trade screen instead of the contract screen, just because now that we're at free agency, it's not like the re-sign where I can get everyone in the same category. It's going to be split up between UFA and RFA. So this way we can just see who's on the team exactly. So goaltenders, we're just going to sort by overall for right now. We're going to sim to preseason to see what happens with our two goaltenders, DePenta and Rodrigue. They both have the exact same trade value, but one's elite medium and one's high fringe starter. So we're going to have to take a choice eventually, but for right now, let them grow. So we got Jean-Luc Picard as our goaltender. We got Pavlik as our backup, so I'm fine with our 1-2 punch there in the net. Defensively, Cam Fowler, the free agency signing last year. I'm hoping to take a page out of last year's book and sign another guy, but Cam Fowler made sense to sign. We needed defense, and a 91 overall defenseman at 26 years of age, that was perfect. It's not the same as Max Pacioretty. So as of right now, Fowler, Pouliot, Barry, Ryan Murray, Chris Bigras, and Ryan Merkley, who we have to play this year as well. That's the 6 guys right there. Now, when we get to free agency, I'll make the argument for Chris Bigras. And also forwards, we'll take a look at the overalls. We got Nathan MacKinnon at 90, Nolan Patrick, Jonathan Drouin, Mikko Rantanen, Maxime Comtois. That is 5 right there. And then we got to figure out where is, hang on a second. No, there should be somebody else in there. Drouin, hang on, am I not sorting that? Where's, was it Compher? Yeah, it was JT Compher. Yeah, JT Compher, 84 overall. Yeah, he's going to grow. And then you got the bottom 6 in Poirier, Boma, Foligno, Cramarosa, and then Tyson Jost. That's one that we have to decide on. Okay, so that's basically it, and then all of our prospects. Okay, so now that you know who we have and who we can bring onto the team next year, let's retake a look at free agency. We'll start with goaltenders, UFAs. I think there was 2 veteran goaltenders in there. Was it? It wasn't Bobrovsky. It was Ben Bishop. Ben Bishop, 86 overall, 32 years of age. We don't need him. Jean-Luc Picard is 88. Okay, Pekka Rinne, 85 overall, 36 years of age. We don't need either of these 2 goaltenders, and also, even if there was a goaltender with high potential, we already have 2 down there, all right? So we're not going to worry about goaltenders whatsoever. Next up, defensemen. Now, a lot of good comments here for why we should sign guys like Tyler Myers and Nicholas Hjalmarsson. These guys are 87 overall. Now, if you look at a guy like Tyler Myers, and remember, I won't be able to show you now, but remember our defensive roster. We got Cam Fowler. On the right side, we got Tyson Barrie, who's 87 overall, and he's younger than both Tyler Myers and Nicholas Hjalmarsson, right? So if you were to sign a guy like Myers, a guy like Tyson Barrie would have to be moved away, and I don't want to do that. So our top 2, we got Cam Fowler, Tyson Barrie. The second line, you got Derek Pouliot, who gets all the points as our offensive defenseman. Got to keep him. And then the second line right wing, I'm hoping that Ryan Merkley is good enough to play there. Third line, you got Ryan Murray, our defensive defenseman penalty killer, and then Chris Bigras. Now, we could replace Bigras, but he's growing, and I don't want to put Myers or Hjalmarsson on the top 6. I don't want to have 2 defensive defensemen, right? and I don't want to give that kind of money to a guy who's almost 30 or already in his 30s. The only defenseman that made sense for me were these two guys. Ryan Ellis, offensive defenseman. He is 28 years of age, 85 overall, and Jake Gardner. But we don't need any more offensive-based defensemen. We already have Derek Pouliot. I'm hoping for good growth out of Ryan Merkley. And Cam Fowler and Tyson Barrie are both two-way defenders. I don't need any of these defensemen, okay? So we're going to allow Chris Bigras one more year to grow. If he's not getting it done, that's an upgrade that we make at the trade deadline. Bigras and a first for a better defenseman. I'm not going to go for any of these guys. But on the forward side of things, oh yes, and I've already done some pre-scouting. So we're not going to get Max Pacioretty. We're not going to get Blake Wheeler, who's 32 years of age. Ryan Johansson was a very interesting one, boys, but we already have so many good forwards. Bringing in another guy who wants, I'm going to have to pay him like $7 million, which is a lot considering McKinnon and Drouin are both making less than $6 million. I'm going to say no to Ryan Johansson. Same thing with Wayne Simmons. I was really thinking about bringing in Wayne Simmons. Two-way forward, his defensive category is up there, his physical category is up there, but where are you going to play him? I don't want to play him in the top 6, and I don't think he would appreciate playing on the third line as a first line forward. You can get away with a second maybe, but not a first. Jakob Silverberg, he's a winger playmaker, don't need him. And then we get into Adam Henrique. Now, who was our third line center last year? Nick Bonino. We dropped him because he was a little bit too offensive based and he wasn't getting it done defensively. He's all the way down here, right? Adam Henrique fits our system perfectly because we need a third line center and we need a first line penalty killer. He's listed as a second line forward, so he won't get pissed with third line ice time and penalty kill time. And look at that defensive category. 88 defensive awareness, faceoffs 83, so he's going to be winning faceoffs, shot blocking and stick checking, and also, as a defensive third-line center, if I put Tyson Jost alongside of him and another free agent, it can be a goal-scoring third line as well. So Adam Henrique, he's 29. He only wants 2 years, so that works out for me. We got to sign Nolan Patrick next year, but we'll be fine. We have $16 million of cap space. I really want this trade to go through, boys. So we're going to do 2 years at 7.750 for Adam. You know what? I'm going to go 2 years at $8 million. Here we go. 2 years, $8 million. A $16 million contract over 2 years for Adam Henrique. There it is. Boom. Okay, and if we don't have enough money, I can always trade him at next year's draft day to free up the cap space that we need for Nolan Patrick, okay? So Adam Henrique was one choice. What that does is it gives us a third line center. Tyson Jost, or Jost, whatever his damn name is, can move to the wing, and then we can pick up another winger, Clayton Keller, who for some reason dropped a free agency. This guy, I believe, was an Arizona Coyote prospect. I created him. I put him in the game. He's listed as a third line scoring forward. He is a center playmaker, 20 years of age, medium top 6 potential. Look at those stats. Offensive awareness, passing 89. His shot is not bad. I like his defensive awareness, and he could still get better in that category. And that completes our third line, because now we got Adam Henrique as our defensive veteran center, and then the two wingers can be young guys, a playmaker and a sniper, Clayton Keller and Tyson Jost. All right, so there it is, boys. Long enough freaking, what's it called? Long enough description for why I'm going to sign these two guys. I'm going to give them a 1-year deal at $3 million to make sure I get them. There it is. A boom. So Adam Henrique and Clayton Keller, that'll put us up to $10 million. We'll have about $6 million of cap space available. I'll leave that because I might be doing a trade come preseason. We might have too many players here, okay? So advanced day, let's see if I got Adam Henrique and Clayton Keller to join the Colorado Avalanche. So what do you guys think about that move here? Clayton Keller has accepted our offer. Beautiful. So another young player. What do you guys think about not signing a defenseman? Yes, baby. Adam Henrique has accepted our trade offer as well. So the two players we targeted in free agency for our forward core have been acquired, and we are going to allow our young guys to play on the back end to grow. If Ryan Merkley grows this year, we will have a stud defensive core, so I got to give him the ice time. So that's all we're going to do right now, boys. Let's simulate up to preseason. All right, boyos, here we are at the beginning of preseason, the start of year number 4. No more excuses. All right, I might say this, might not be the last time I say it, but the accelerated rebuild option C, it should be in full effect right now. 3 years in, the rebuild should be complete for the most part. We've made the playoffs 2 years in a row, but we got to get by that first round this year. We have to, and I feel like we have a team that can truly do it. The only thing, if we could get that stud goaltender, I like Jean-Luc Picard. He hasn't been the reason that we haven't gone further. But if we could just get that Carey Price style goaltender, oh baby, this team would be lights out. So let's take a look at the rosters here. Yeah, Jean-Luc Picard looks like he's capped off at 88 overall, which is still fantastic. He's 27 years of age, so I'll take that. Pavlik is our backup, and in the system, Vehviläinen. All right, so DePenta grew to 73, while Rodrigue grew to 60 or stayed at 67. Now, if I select that, Rodrigue is in the AHL. I just wonder if I send. Let me just send up Rodrigue and DePenta for right now. Yeah. Don't worry, I can switch them right back. Yeah, okay, so if I now send down DePenta and Rodrigue for Picard and Pavlik, does one of them go to the CHL? Okay, good, look at that. So if you look on the far right side, see how Rodrigue has the junior CHL tag underneath his name? That means he will be playing in the CHL this year. So it's perfect. I can hold on to both of these goaltenders, and I won't be suffocating one of them. I won't be neglecting them with ice or lack of ice time, okay? DePenta's going to be the starting goaltender of the AHL. Rodrigue's going to be starting goaltender for his CHL team, so perfect. Okay, so we'll hold on to those guys for 1 year. What I have to make sure is DePenta has a really good team around him. What is he listed as? An other goaltender. Now, I want him playing as a starting goaltender. Vehviläinen, you're going to have to sit, but I'm going to have to make sure that any other prospects that were not we got to play the prospects in the AHL. Any other players who are not prospects, I have to make sure they're like 80 overall. So I might have to do some of that after. Let's just get back to this now. Goaltenders, defensemen. All right, so Cam Fowler, Derek Pouliot, 86 overall. Looks like he's going to cap off at 86. But I'm fine with that because he's already a stud offensively. As long as we can surround him with defensive players, it'll be fine. Tyson Barrie, 86. This is why I didn't sign Tyler Myers or Hjalmarsson. He's fine. He can get it done. Bigris up to 85. I think he kind of stayed the same. Yeah, we'll see what Bigris does. He would be an upgradable defenseman this year for sure. Ryan Murray, 85. Where the hell is Merkley? Oh, he's not even here. Hopefully he has grown. Let's see, boys. Ryan Merkley. Has he grown? 83 overall. Okay, so we're not seeing the Nolan Patrick growth that we saw in year 2 with our young prospect. But Ryan Merkley, he's getting some good growth. Last year, he was 79 overall. This year, he's 83 overall. If that continues, he's 87 overall next year, right? So he's only 19. Give the kid some chance. What I like about Ryan Merkley, though, if you just take a look at his individual stats, he's an offensive defenseman, but his offensive stats are actually kind of weak. His passing is only 87. His offensive awareness, 84. His shooting is only 4-star. What's his strength right now is defense and skating. His defensive category is 4.5 stars. So that's really good. I might be able to trust this guy with top 4 ice time. I don't know how. Maybe I could put him with Cam Fowler, man. You might even be able to put Ryan Merkley with Cam Fowler. Because defensive, that'll have to be a choice I have to make. We'll have to do some simulating, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is our defensive core. Not too shabby. We got some good depth right there. And then forwards. This should be very interesting now. Okay, so let me just see who's in the system that's got to come up. Nolan Patrick. Maxime Comtois is an 89 now. Beautiful. Grimaldi is an 82. Voloshenko. So Grimaldi can play in the AHL as an 82. I need that guy down there. And the NHL, let me just see who we're going to be sitting. Magna, Fontaine, yeah, all you guys are going to be sitting down. Boom. We got Cramarosa up here. Tyson Jost is only an 82. I don't know about Tyson Jost, boys. We're going to have to get some good growth out of him. We're going to have a good season with him, but I've given him the tools to get it done. So we have 19 players on the team. Let me go back to in the system. I'll leave the 19 for right now. Is there anyone else? Grimaldi. Defenseman would be Kempney. No, we'll leave that. Okay, because they're grinders. I don't want a grinder as a first liner in the AHL. I want to find like a sniper in free agency or something. Okay, so let's go best lines and see what happens here. So Maxime Comtois with Nolan Patrick and Jonathan Drouin. Now our captain is still Nathan MacKinnon, but he may have capped off here at 90 overall. Now maybe you guys are saying that we should be playing Nolan Patrick as our first line center now. That wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be horrible. MacKinnon would still get power play time, so, second line center captain, not the worst thing in the world. And we could also go Drouin and MacKinnon, or just put Drouin with Patrick and Comtois. Oh, jeez. No, you got to keep the Halifax Mooseheads together. There you go. So Rantanen, yeah, we'll keep Rantanen, Patrick, and Comtois on the same line, and then MacKinnon, Drouin, and JT Compher. Yeah, JT Compher is good enough. He can play in there. Lance Boma, so here's where Adam Henrique helps out. So he's still listed as an elite exact at 29 years of age, so we got him here for like 2 or 3 years, which is great. Clayton Keller is left-handed, so I'll put him on the left wing as a third liner. Poirier, yeah, Cramarosa, all you guys down here. Lance Boma, I'll have to choose between these 4 grinders who I want. We'll just sit Cramarosa for right now. And where is Clayton? No, it's Tyson Jost. He's the center. There he is, Tyson Jost. Tyson Jost, right? Jost. So there it is. So Keller, Henrique, and Tyson Jost. So it's still a little bit of a weak third line, but I'm hoping that Adam Henrique can hold it down and help these 2 guys out. And if these guys can just chip in a little bit, that's going to be a lot of offense. Okay, that's a lot of offense in that team. But we could also go like, if things aren't working out, we could also split it up like that. So now you got the 2-way player along with the playmaker, sniper, and then the same thing up here, playmaker, power forward, sniper, right? He can split that up, but for right now, boom, boom, we'll leave it like that. And then defensively, who do we want sitting? So Boma, let me see Boma. His faceoffs is 74. Just looking at the defensive categories right now. Marcus Foligno, his faceoffs is better. Okay, so I want Foligno over Boma. Poirier, yeah, I want Poirier playing, but he is certainly a winger. And then, let's see our scratch player, Cramarosa. Oh, I want Cramarosa playing. Yeah, it seems like Lance Boma is the one who is scratched here. But what I could also do is make a trade, like 2 of them and a draft pick for an even better 4th liner. Okay, so that's what that looks like, boys. Defensively, Cam Fowler. We're going to go... I'd love to try out the start of the season with Fowler and Merkley on the same line, just to see how it works out. See if we can get this guy playing, because I want to go Derek Pouliot and Tyson Barrie, and then Bigris and Murray, right? If not, you split it up by going like this. You know what? I'm going to give Merkley the chance here on the start of the season. We got a good team. I'll give him like 5 losses, 5 regulation losses, okay? So Barry, Pouliot, Ryan Murray, and Bigris. So I will go through the rest of the team and get the power play and all that stuff. Don't worry, boys. We are going to get some simulating done in this video. I would like to see how Ryan Merkley plays on that first line with top 2 ice time. And in the AHL Best Lines, let's see what we got here. Grimaldi, Wheel, Fontaine. See, that's not bad. You got an 82, 79, 81 to help out. That's good. Voloshenko, Megna, Sugihara. See, I got to play Sugihara and Voloshenko. Got to play Voutilainen. Don't have to play Herzog, so I can find a replacement right there. Got to play Cole Lind. Don't need to play him. Jaskin got to play him, and Luff don't need to play him. So I could find 3 forwards right now for the AHL squad. Defensively, Kempny, Siemens, Westland, Carlson, Karpatsev, and Voinov. See, I got to play a lot of these. Oh, I got to play like all these guys. I got to upgrade Westland. Yeah, I got to get a big stud upgrade for Westland. And goaltenders, let's see, we got Vavalainen and DePenta. So I got to find a backup for DePenta or Vavalainen. Simpson, no, I got to find another goaltender. So I got to find a goaltender and a bunch of AHL players. Do we have anyone scratched right now that I need to play? So I got to play this Repic guy. Shit, man. I gotta play this Emlyn guy. They're top 4. I gotta play top 4s. Ooh. Okay, so I gotta figure out what I gotta do here, boys. We might have some trades. We might have some free agent acquisitions. Let me do my thing, and I'll bring it back, and I'll let you guys know what I changed. All right, boys. So I've been busy. I've got a lot done. We'll go through it step by step. First, we have a trade. I've decided to acquire that 4th line center and get rid of some players that I know we don't need. First, the goaltender, Vavalainen, who has been replaced by our two stud goaltenders. He's going to go in the deal. Coberle, we drafted this guy in the 4th round. The Toronto Maple Leafs want him. He's got the last name Coberle. It makes sense. Repic. Now, this one was a hard one to release, but he's got some good trade value. He was just drafted in the 2nd round, so a 2nd round pick. The reason I'm dropping him is because it's overall combined with the low top 6. We got plenty of guys who are medium top 6 and even medium top 4. I have to make room. Okay, we have to make room. We can't hold on to everyone. So Milan Repic, he's got to go, and Lance Boma. We have too many of those depth forwards. 4th liner, he's going to be replaced by Frederic Gauthier, boys. Look at that defensive category, his face-off. So now I'm hoping for Adam Henrique, followed up by Frederic Gauthier, and that's also going to be our 1-2 punch as our penalty killers, okay? This guy, he's an upgrade from Boma, Cramarosa, Poirier, and what's his name? Oh, the other guy who at face-offs. Gauthier is better than all of them, all right? So I think that trade will go through. They don't want to give him up. I might have to add in a draft pick. Let's see. Propose the deal. Will it go through? No, did not go through. So I am going to have to add in that draft pick, boys. Hang on a second here. I want to hold on to our first, but yeah, I'll give up the second for Frederick Gauthier. This is a steep order, but we have to. I need that fourth liner. So a third as well. Still not? Are you freaking kidding me? Do I do the second? You know what? I can get the second back with a trade with somebody else. I'll do it. Oh, Vavalainen, Coberly, Repic, Boma, and a second for the GOAT, Frederick Gauthier. Will it go through? There it is. There's not too much to deliberate about on this deal. I think the Toronto Maple Leaf fans will think we came out ahead. So, boys, that was a big trade. Let me go and do some more, and I'll show you what we've been up to. Okay, boys, we have another trade here. I'm just unloading a prospect. I edited the lines for the AHL and NHL squads, and this Voynov minor leaguer just has no spot on this team. I drafted him in 2017 in the 3rd round, 77th overall. He's still 21 years of age, medium top 6 potential, but he's a defensive defenseman. His defensive category is not looking the greatest. I just don't have room for him, and I have other prospects that I want to use. So remember, I traded away the 2nd round pick to acquire Frederick Gauthier. Well, Voynov and this AHL top 6 guy that I haven't signed just yet to the Dallas Stars in exchange for their second. Nope, they don't want to give it up. Hang on a sec. I know I can get the second back. I know I can. You take the 7th and the 6th as well. Will it go through? No, still not. Come on now. I think I have another prospect that I could trade away. I think I have like 4 other prospects I can trade away, who are all AHL bound minor leaguers. Let's see. Oh, yeah, all these guys. All right, I'll throw one more in. If I can't get this, I'll just take away the draft picks and this player, and I'll just settle for a third. Will it go through? Still not. Wow, okay. So let me just take away all these players. Take away the 2nd round pick from the Dallas Stars, and I will add in a 3rd and a 4th. That should go through now. Okay, so Voynov and Bask for a 3rd and a 4th. Will it go through? There you go. All right, so I didn't quite get the 2nd round pick, boys, but I got something back for Voynov. Now, let's get to the real good stuff. Okay, boys, so here it is, the year 4 Colorado Avalanche. Took me some time, but I've arranged the squad. I'm liking what I see. So the first line, we got Maxime Comtois, Nolan Patrick, and Mikko Rantanen. I decided to trust in Nolan Patrick. He's got high elite potential. He's only 21 years of age. Let's play this guy. Second line, you got JT Compher, Nathan MacKinnon, and Jonathan Drouin. That's a filthy second line now. We got to see if JT Compher can continue to grow. If he doesn't, trade bait. But for right now, we're going to hold on to him because he's only making $3 million per year, which is good. Third line, we got Clayton Keller, Adam Henrique, and Tyson Jost. Should be very interesting to see how this line performs this year. If this line does nothing, we may just be an average team. However, if this line plays the way I'm hoping it plays, the way I know a playmaker, two-way forward sniper can play, that's 3 goal-scoring lines. And then the fourth line, you got Marcus Foligno, Frederick Gauthier right there, and Emile Poirier. I love that 2 combination, Adam Henrique and Frederick Gauthier. Our center core is so filthy. Patrick faceoff 83, McKinnon faceoff 84, Adam Henrique faceoff 83, Gauthier faceoff 83. Are we the best faceoff taking team in the NHL? We just might be. Defensively, we got Cam Fowler and Ryan Merkley, boys. I'm going to give him a chance on the first line. 5 regulation losses. That's his limit, okay? Derek Pouliot, Tyson Berry, Ryan Murray, Chris Bigras. Power play, we'll just quickly take a look at it. I decided to give Nolan Patrick a winger position on the power play because I want Nathan MacKinnon and Jonathan Drouin to still get point per game. So power play, these guys are going to light it up. We got Derek Pouliot instead of Merkley right now because Pouliot is the offensive defenseman who gets the points. Merkley's still got to grow, but he's on the power play line with Comtios, Adam Henrique, and Mikko Rantanen, so I still think he can get it done. Look at our penalty kill now, though, boys. Adam Henrique, Emile Poirier, Ryan Murray, Chris Bigras, Frederick Gauthier, Marcus Foligno, Cam Fowler, and Tyson Berry. I have a devoted penalty kill line. That's all that. Extras, goaltenders, we got Picard in the net, and yeah, I signed some free agents for any injuries that may happen. We got Joseph Cramoroso, we already had him. He's listed as a depth forward, so I don't think he'll get pissed off. We signed Logan Shaw from free agency. He's listed as a minor league scoring forward. I got him for some depth, and also Brendan Davidson, got him for some depth on the defensive side of things, okay? So there's the NHL squad, and now the AHL squad. Now, this took quite some time because our goaltender is the big one that we want to see grow this year, DePenta. So the first line, Grimaldi, Wheel, Fontaine. All right, so 2 veteran snipers with a playmaker in the middle. Second line, Voloshenko. We'll see if he can grow. Kruger and Kunackle. Third line, you got Nordstrom, Megna, and Cole Lind. We'll see if he grows. And then the fourth line, it's all rookies, Jaskin, Voutilainen, and Sugihara. So we have, 5 prospects up front that we're trying to grow. Defensively, we got Kempny, Camper, Nesterov, Karpatsev. This is one guy we want to grow. Carlson's another guy we want to grow. And Emlin is a guy we want to grow. So you see how Voynov, there was no space for him. I need to have a good defensive squad. And Emlin is medium top 4. So I'd rather Emlin over, over Voynov. And then goaltenders, we got DePenta in the net, 73, and the backup is a 72, so DePenta gets most of the games. Okay, boys? So we'll see if that was the right decision or not. No one is scratching the AHL that potentially has a future here in Colorado. I ensured that all of the players that may have a future are playing, and if they couldn't find a spot to play, I traded them away. All right, boys, so enough of that. Let's start up year number 4. The accelerated rebuild should be done. Let's see what we can do. So I'll simulate up to the first game of the regular season. Now, if we go back, let me just do the scouting assignment. If we go back to last year, right, and even the year before that, what has been the tail of the tape for the regular season for the Colorado Avalanche? I feel like we've had better seasons than the standings indicate. And the reason that is because we're playing in the goddamn Central Division. Remember the Central Division last year? I mean, it was a horse race all the way to the end of the season, like 6 or 7 teams. I think the Nashville Predators were the only team in the Central that weren't a contender. So if we could get a little bit of luck with other teams in the Central Division falling off, making it easy wins for us, that would help out. I think our team is going to be better on paper than it was last year and the year before that, just because our young guys are growing. Ryan Merkley is not a 79 overall this year. He's an 83. Nolan Patrick, he's not injured. Well, I shouldn't say that, right? Should not say that. So I'm hoping for good things out of this year's squad. So we got Ryan Merkley on the first line. I don't want to go too crazy with that. 5 regulation losses, and then we'll reassess our record. If our record is 10-5-1, then we'll keep him there. All right, so let's go 5 games at a time up against the San Jose Sharks. First game of the season, Washington Capitals in Washington, and we lose 2-1. Fantastic. Second game of the season, the Calgary Flames in Calgary. We lose 2-1 in overtime. For God's sakes! Well, it's not the lack of, it's not the defensive inability by Ryan Merkley. It's our inability to score goals. What the hell? 2 goals, 4 in the first 2 games of the season? There we go. And then it took a shootout win over the Vancouver Canucks, but then a 5-1 win over the San Jose Sharks. Okay, so 2-1-1 to start it off. Now, I said I'd give Ryan Merkley 5 regulation losses. There we go. We got a 4-game point streak, 3 in a row win streak. Good. So I can afford 4 more losses. So let's go up here against the St. Louis Blues, or past them. The Ottawa Senators, way too early in the season to start telling which other teams are going to be contenders. I really want to keep an eye on the Central Division opponents, though, because those are the ones we got to win. The freaking playoff push that we had last year. I couldn't believe that we almost missed the playoffs. So let's see. Here we go. We're starting to get some losses here. 4-3-1. We won another one. All right, pretty good. We got through the first 9 games of the season without getting 5 regulation losses. So you think Ryan Merkley is okay on that first line? Well, before we continue, let's just quickly take a look at the stats. The team stats, the player stats, all that good stuff. Okay, so the Central Division, let's see. The Nashville Predators are the only team below 500. Oh my God, Chicago 6-3-0, Dallas 6-4-0, us we're 5-3-1, Winnipeg 5-3-1, and St. Louis, they're going to come back 3-3-3. It's not good, boys. It's really not good. Got to get these wins early. This is why, if Merkley's not working out, boys, I will take him out. I will take him out and put him on the top 6 right away. Can't fall behind here. So Central Division, let me just go entire league. Let's see here. All right, so goals 4 per game. We've had some bad games, but we've also, let's see, Colorado Avalanche. Did I miss it? No, we're all the way down. Okay, so we're not scoring goals, so we have to figure out a way to score goals. It's still early, though. Goals against per game, look at that. We are 4th best, tied for 4th in the NHL with the Montreal Canadiens. So, Frederic Gauthier, Adam Henrique, those defensive players, is that helping us play better, Power play percentage, is that 11%? Okay, so our power play could be much better. But a good stretch would right that ship. And our penalty kill could be a lot better as well. We were 78%. So it's like we're a weird special teams team. This is always the case. Our penalty kill is way down there, but we're still a good defensive team. What the hell? So let's see who is getting goals for us. Adam Henrique, 10 points in 9 games played. Well, remember, he's the second line center on the power play. He's got a power play goal, so if he's getting it done, I'm fine with that. Clayton Keller, he is not receiving any power play time. He's got 8 points in 9 games played, 5 goals. Tyson Jost, 5 points in 9 games played. So, you guys want to talk about the third line? They're all +7. They're all getting points. That third line is killing it. But are they taking time away from everyone else? Jonathan Drouin, only 6 points. Nathan MacKinnon, 5 points. What about the first line? Nolan Patrick, 3 points. Rantanen, only 1 point. And where was it? Maxime Comtois, 4 points. All right, so the third line is getting it done. The first line is not. Tyson Barrie, Derek Pouliot. It might be because of Merkley, boys. Merkley does not have a point. And Cam Fowler only has 1 point. So is the reason we're not getting it done because Ryan Merkley is on the first line? Well, I said 5 regulation losses. I think it's good for him. Some good growth. We'll see what happens. Don't worry, boys. We're gonna go a good chunk of this season here simulating. I want to get a good chunk done. So we'll go another 2 games here. The Nashville Predators. That's a good game coming up. We really have to target those Central Division opponents, beat them in regulation. So let's see here. Game against the New York Rangers, who are 5-4-0. Let's see. We beat them 7-3. So there's some offense right there. That'll help our offensive stats. Maybe some power play goals that game. Edit scouting assignment. You guys know what I love to do. Forwards, OHL for 6 weeks. There we go. A shootout loss to the Nashville Predators. So we are 11 games into the season. Haven't lost 5 in regulation just yet, so this is good. But look at this. Back-to-back games against Central Division opponents. Now, Minnesota Wild, they're 3-7-1. Chicago, it's 7-3-0. Come on, baby. Get 3 points out of these 2 games. Get 3 points. We can beat the Minnesota Wild. We can beat the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's see, 4-1 loss to Minnesota and a 3-1 loss to the Chicago Blackhawks. Okay, so we're going to stop it right there. Ryan Merkley, I don't think you're getting it done. 6-5-2. I would like a better record than that. Let's try to do a line change, and then we'll see how we simulate for another 5 losses, and then we'll call it there, and you guys can chime in on what we can do. Now, we can also change up the first line. If these guys are not getting it done, Comtois, Patrick, and Rantanen, even though they look like they should be getting it done, 91, 89, 89, they might be too young right now. This third line's getting it done, 82, 83, 87, fantastic. JT Compher. Okay, so the one change I want to do right now, let's just do it. Merkley, there you go. So Bigris with Pouliot, Cam Fowler with Tyson Barrie. Let's really load up that first line, and then Ryan Merkley, you can go back here to the top 6 where your role says you should be playing. Okay, so we'll put the offensive defenseman next to the defensive defenseman. Let's go another 5 regulation losses. We made it 13 games. If we can go another 13, it's not great, but it's early still. It's early still. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up against the Florida Panthers. Let's see. There's only one divisional opponent in this stretch. Once again, we have to face the Chicago Blackhawks, who previously beat us 3-1. There you go. With the new change, Tyson Barrie, we get a shutout. 3-0. Beautiful. Montreal Canadiens, we beat them 4-2. See, it might have been just something simple as this. Ryan Merkley is just not ready to go just yet, boys. I wanted to give him the chance to play, but if he's not ready, that's fine. The kid's only 19 years of age. Give him the chance to grow. All right, so 3 in a row after we made that line change, followed up by a loss to Chicago. See what I mean about these damn Central Division opponents, man. Chicago, they're 14-3-0 now, and they were a team that wasn't great last year. Oh, the damn Central. All right, so 9-6-3. Yeah, let's keep on going. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take us up to the end of the month. Perfect. New Jersey, Winnipeg, big game against the St. Louis Blues there. And last time we checked, we took a look at their record. They were 3-3-3. So a team that we want to bury, and we want to bury early. Oh, and the Winnipeg Jets as well. I completely forgot about that. The 13-5-2, big game, and we lose 7-3. Freaking Patrick Laine. 11-7-4 against the St. Louis Blues, and we lost. Fuck! Shikes! Are you kidding me? It's the exact same story as old. This is ridiculous, man. Look at this record that we get against the Central Division. St. Louis, loss in regulation. Winnipeg, loss in regulation. Chicago, loss in regulation. Chicago, loss in regulation. Minnesota, loss in regulation. Nashville, loss in overtime. St. Louis, win. You have to go back, 7 or 8 games to find the last fucking... I'm telling you, we're going to be up shit's creek if we allow this to happen. All right, so you know what, boys? I'm going to call it right there. 10, 8, and 4. It's good enough. We're early, but I need some line change options. And again, look at this. Look at the damn Central Division. Chicago 16-5-0. Dallas 15-9-1. Winnipeg 13-6-2. St. Louis 12-8-4, and now we're 10-8-4. And Nashville is right behind us, 10-9-3. It's fucking ridiculous. We're in the worst division in the NHL. Let me see this team stats. Okay, I think Nolan Patrick took back over. Let me see this. Let's see where 24 points would be good enough in every division here. 24 points would be good enough for tied for 4th in the damn Atlantic. 24 points. Okay, that's not great. Metropolitan's rough. It's got to be the Pacific. That's the low one. Pacific 24 points. Let's see. Look, 24 points would have me 2 points below first. Fucking Pacific Division. You keep on helping out the Central. Take some points away from them. All these damn teams. Why can't we play? Look at this. 8, 13, 8 and 11, 10 and 11, 10 and 11, 10 and 10, 11 and 12, 10 and 10, 13 and 11. Fucking Pacific Division. It's screwing us over, boys. So we're going to certainly end the video right there. What do you guys think? Point-wise. All right. So it's good to know that we trusted the first line to get some goals. They came back around. Nolan Patrick is now point per game, 21 in 22 games played. Maxime Comtois, same thing, 20 and 22. Adam Henrique, 19 and 22. Adam Henrique, 18 assists. Holy shit. I found something right with that third line. Jonathan Drouin could be getting more, but we're relying on other players now. Nathan MacKinnon all the way down here with 12. These guys really got to step up. Clayton Keller's got more than you, Nathan MacKinnon. What the hell? Mikko Rantanen, Tyson Jost, all right. And then the fourth line, defenseman. Let's see. Tyson Barrie. Yeah, see, look at Tyson Barrie's point totals. He's leading the team now. So maybe he should be playing alongside of Cam Fowler. We'll have to see. Ryan Merkley. Only 1 point so far, so I think he should be on the top 6 with Ryan Murray. We got Jean-Luc Picard. What has he been doing? 9-15 save percentage, not his fault. We just got to get more offense, boys. We've got to get more goals. And I will quickly just take a look at the AHL squad. What are we doing down here? Any points for some good players? Voloshenko's got 12 points in 17 games played. Jaskin, good. Some of these guys, good. Defensively, let's see. All these guys, and the big one, the goaltender. Let's see what DePenta is doing. DePenta save percentage 901, and his record, not great. Is this guy, Bacala grew to 73 overall, so he's getting more games played than DePenta now. When I signed him, he was 72, but now he's for God's sakes. So I'm going to have to sign another goaltender and scratch him for the next video. All right, boys, so what do you think we should do? Once again, we are in the tough Central Division where we're going to be screwed over if we don't start winning games. Yeah, I can't afford to make any stupid line changes now. We have to start playing the best hockey that we possibly can for 60 games. Win like 40 of them. Oh, man, it's not looking good. So, boys, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to check out our website, 2bcsports.com, where the hockey talk continues. Find myself and others in the live interactive chat, or dive into the active forums to talk about sports and gaming. You can also find us on Twitch, where the live streams come to life.